Hi everyone, and welcome back to Manda T and Me, and welcome back to Scarlet Hollow, Pajama Party Edition. Anyway, so last time we left off, we were transported to another time, or we were bearing witness to some kind of manifestation. So let's go back to the door. I hope you poured yourself something cozy, so let's get started. Let's not erase our game again. Alright. Let's go to the door. I feel like there's a Hodor joke in here somewhere. We open the door. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Junior, pack your things. Quickly, hurry. Maybe we should run him out on the rail too. Make an example of the whole family. Okay, I'll pack real good. Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. They were only children too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. The collapse. Junior leaving. Charlie returning. It's all starting to come together. They're the same person. I'm doing it. I'm packing. Please stop yelling. Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little dolls here might get burned up. As for you, lady, what makes you think you're gonna be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? Maybe the Spectre is trying to tell you something about the collapse. Maybe what happened 100 years ago wasn't as clear-cut as people would have you think. Are you trying to tell me something about the collapse? Was Charles Shaw not responsible for what happened? Trust me, boy, the coppers ain't coming here tonight. And what makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too instead of lazing around in this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. Am I supposed to be you? It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones, even better than these. It's good for him. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep, just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. And Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you behind in an empty room.
I'm not sure.
Alexis and Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you behind in an empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. Before you have the chance to think, another door creaks open on what you thought was the ceiling. Oh, you can't see me point with my finger. There you are! This is quite the maze, isn't it? And absolutely crawling with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders. I feel like we're kind of already doomed, so let's talk. Hey, how'd you get down here? I followed you in. I'm never very far behind. As he approaches, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocated flesh with a tinge of the saccharine and stomach-churning scent of a decay. Shall we find the end of this little maze? Yeah. Into the void. You're not friends with this guy. You hurry towards the door he entered from, closing your eyes as not to think about the impossibilities of the room. As you feel the door in your hands, you hurl yourself over the threshold and slam it behind you. You're outside, and it's night. A false moon looms massive in the painted sky. Wayne is gone. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. Unless your eyes are playing tricks on you, the shadow in the corner keeps getting closer. Wonder if we should have gone through the white door. You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard from Miss Edwardine, haven't you? Dang, how'd you know I have the hots for Edwardine? There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family, and what it did to the two of you youngins. Childhood sweethearts. Just think of how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? Are you mad because Edwardine and Charlie's romance didn't work out? I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you, but it's not for the lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? Why wouldn't I want to be like my parents? The powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can both go free. No more misfortune, not for you, not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the hollow. Kanika mimes handing you something, though her hand is empty. Something about this woman doesn't sit right. She must have some sort of ulterior motive. What about misfortune and stepping foot outside the hollow? Is the town cursed? That's where you'll find him. You need her there, and then read what I've written down, and be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone. It's trying to get rid of me. I'll have to try harder. So, you and Tabitha, huh? That was the thing? This body knew her well. Am I dead? Of course not. I would never let something so weak harm you, let alone kill you. the hell's going on in this town? I'm sure you'll be able to piece it together soon enough. I'd rather you find out on your own first. That's the only way you can really know who to trust, and then I can finally tell you more. There's so much to discuss when that time comes. I guess let's just keep moving. You continue forward through the uncanny underbrush. Brush. Once again, you find yourself separated and alone. A long wooden corridor stands before you, littered with bottles and rails. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, say it now. As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself to you, and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in its center, looking pitifully small. I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. Sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. It's okay. I forgive you. Damn it, Junior, how many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake Enoch went behind my back. So you're saying that Enoch was the one responsible for the collapse? You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still. They destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there. Tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I am no murderer. I'm guessing this... Is that why you were getting close with Edwardine in the garden? Damn it, boy. I may not have till the morning. Promise me you'll go back and at the very least show what that Enoch bastard what for. I promise. You watch as Oscar's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. Such theatrics. What a waste of time. Why force you to see any of this? People always think their own experiences are so important, but what does any of it matter? Are my friends dead? They're alive. I'm not sure if they'll stay that way. Do you know... So you're still stuck here too. We keep being separated, but I have a feeling it'll be over soon. Then the exit won't be hard to find. Let's move on. Let's have a very like Dante's Inferno sort of feel here. You move back to the bed quietly, leave through the hole Oscar left behind, and crawl through. You find yourself pressed uncomfortably against a trellis. A small castle sits off to one side of the wall, and the bars of a prison looms over all of it, and all of you. Climbing up the trellis again, how very Romeo and Juliet of you. No need to run off. I won't tell the old man, though you've gotten sloppy. You should try to be more careful if you don't want him putting you in an early grave. Are the bars you're behind a metaphorical? Are they metaphorical or are they real? No, not one of her brothers. I'm a prisoner. Another victim of the Scarlet's little lies. or Scarlet's lies. Like you, Charlie Shaw. Is this what's in the Forbidden Wing? A mere generation makes no difference. His blood runs in your veins, does it not? And now it runs in hers. Yes, it seems your little tryst bore fruit, and oh, will you ever be in trouble when the old man finds out? So Charlie and Eddie got together at some point after he came back. You know you don't have to keep dangling there. Come inside. You'll be able to hear me through the door just fine. The world around you swirls and you find yourself pulled to the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. What is this place? Is there really something like this in the state? Does Tabitha know about it? That's not what I invited you in for. I couldn't escape even with your help. I merely wanted to offer a warning. Leave town now. Why? Why should I leave? You can't take her with you. It's not possible. You can always stay and die, but if I were you, I would use my healthy legs and run as far away from Scarlet Hollow as possible. I hear the beaches are nice. Why don't you take a permanent vacation there? I wish I could. Ah, you've been talking to the witch then. How very interesting. Charlie, get away from the door. Don't listen to it. Eddie, I'm so happy to see you. How does it know that? Interesting interpretation. What makes you say that? Were you there for this conversation? The wording is a little off, but it conveyed the meat of the things well enough. I get the feeling we're nearly at the end of this little maze. Stay close. Wayne disappears into the dark corridor. You follow close behind. For the first time, you and Wayne enter a new room at the same time. The two of you finding yourselves huddled under a large table. Stella stares through you as indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. We've got to be near the end, right? That music is the same song that started playing when Stella first showed up. Just let the scene play out. There's no use trying to communicate, whether with the resident or your little friends. I'll try to keep it away from my brothers so they don't smash it, though I wish I could make it move like you can. And you can even do voices, you know. You could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. Oh, that's why everyone's been moving so weirdly while they've been possessed. He's got a thing with puppets. Please don't engage with it while I try to find another door. A traveling show. And you'd want me there too. Oh, could we go to towns along the beach? I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. I wish I could go back in time to whenever this was and tell them everything I know. As if it would do any good. Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean. Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you, or Wayne can get into another world. A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trapdoor in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. It opens. You feel a shove from behind and tumble through the hatch. Oh, it's a goat head. It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. That means there's hope, Edie. Eddie, whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. You can be happy to get... Eddie? Wayne is gone once again. There's nothing here but you and the howling void. Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? Let it continue. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die, please. I have been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years, to pay for the years that were taken from me. My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. Forfeit your years and I will finally leave. The sentence has been handed down. Make your choice. A smell hits you, that now familiar wet, unwell odor. What an annoying pest you are, but you couldn't keep me out for long. It seems we've exhausted its power. Holding all these bodies hostage must have been quite taxing. Come along, Manda. It's desperate, but it has no power over you. There's no need to bow to the will of such frayed and broken consciousness. Leave it to fester. Sacrifice years of your life. I have a responsibility here. Stop, don't do this. Wayne is cut off as you're brought to face with the resonant. Silence. Must be Charlie. For the first time, it feels like hours. The earth around you feels solid, real, but also soft. You feel it pressing on all sides, cold and growing tighter by the seconds as the soil settles. Claw your way out. Your arms tear at the earth until they break through into the air. Look behind you. As you gasp for breath, you take a look into the pit behind you. Charlie's mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken, at the bottom of the pit. You're only able to maintain your gaze for a moment before exhaustion overwhelms you. With the loss of your strength, you hoist yourself up from the pit and collapse on the floor. You feel like death. What a foolish thing to give up so much of yourself, and for something so meaningless. Have you no sense of self-preservation? There's genuine anger in his voice. It's the first time he's showed any emotion, and it chills you. You reach for something to say in response, but you're still delirious from what happened, and you struggle to form coherent thoughts. Look what it's done to you. There you are, you poor... Sybil pauses mid-sentence as she notices Wayne from the corner of her eyes. Come with me, dear. Let's get you home. Make sure nothing else happens to her, or there'll be hell to pay. He practically hisses the words. You quietly walk towards the stairs. Sybil lends you her arm as she gently guides you out of the library. You're outside. It's real this time. I'm gonna peace out. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality? I've got a lot to ponder. See ya, Rosalina. See ya, Alexis. Zane walks off down the road. The cool breeze chills you deeper than it should, and you realize just how drained you feel. Your legs are heavier, harder to lift as you make your way down the steps of the library, your lungs wheezing as if you've run a marathon. You can almost feel how pale your face has become, your lips dry and thin, your hands almost trembling with effort of raising them to your face as you trace the new lines and furrows that have formed there. Kanika came to get me right away. I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you earlier in the night. I had no idea what you were all planning to do. How were we supposed to know that it would be like that? Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now's not the time to be poking in the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday. But magic isn't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything's so... Kanika stops mid-sentence as she realizes what's happened to you. Oh my God, Amanda, you poor thing. My bones weren't meant to bend like that. I'm gonna be hurting for a few days at least. Amanda, did you... Just taking responsibility for something that should have been dealt with decades ago. Our house... safe? There's nothing there now. Amanda took care of it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. It had never been like that before. So that really happened then. That ghost really did take away years of your life. I'm afraid so. Everything in this world has a price, and those years were unfortunately what it took to put that spirit to rest. You know, Amanda, the salt and pepper look is good on you. Maybe this isn't all bad. Kanika? Sorry, just trying to be positive. Stella's way better at that. Is she okay? I was wondering the same thing. We just saw a ghost, and she's standing off by herself. It'd be a normal reaction from anyone else who's just seen a ghost, but this is Stella we're talking about. Let's just go talk to her one-on-one. I'm gonna go check in with her. You walk over to Stella. Oh, hey, Amanda. I'm sorry I couldn't get you out of there sooner. I'm so sorry, Amanda. I didn't think I can talk right now. I'll call you, okay? She hurries down the road. I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now. Should we go after her? She's a strong girl. She had to grapple with a lot of turmoil in her life. She can handle an evening like this. And nobody here should be rushing after anyone right now. That goes doubly for you, Kanika. We don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. You better not get any ideas either, Amanda. You need time to recover. There's another carving in there. let's just leave it at that. I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. Have you been finding carvings around town? This is news to me. I'm sure everybody here could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There's plenty of time for that tomorrow. I can't believe I let Rosalina go in there. How could I be so careless? After everything she went through in the last day, how could I have let this happen? You actually tried pretty hard to warn us about things, Oscar. None of this took you seriously enough. Well, I should have done a better job warning you. I should have known how bad it could have gotten in there. I shouldn't have let Rosalina come with us. Dad, what did I tell you? Stop blaming yourself. You couldn't have stopped me. If you tried, we were just going to sneak in after you. Yeah, Rosalina wasn't going to make us go in there no matter what. You didn't put a ghost in our house. This is not on you. I know you both had a difficult time of this, but the storm has passed. Things will start getting better from here. I spent a lot of time with Wayne in there. Yeah, I noticed. We could smell him as soon as he snapped out of it. As we snapped out of it. What happened? Did he hurt you? He seemed to know something about whoever Avery was playing. Really? That's super weird and super interesting. Why would he know anything about the things that happened here over 80 years ago? Wasn't he a drifter? There was someone else in there, but that's my house. Rosalina and I live there. What did he say to you? We don't need to trouble Amanda for details. No one pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and he won't make trouble. I guess I should probably head back. I should get going too. It's starting to get chilly out and there's still work to get Rosalina up for the night. Don't be a stranger and let us know if you need anything, Oscar. I will, and thank you, all of you again. I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well, but Kanika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get rest. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, Amanda. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Cool. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. I'll be back in a moment to walk you home, dear. I just need to put the tea on and give your cousin a call. Sybil leaves you and catches up with her daughter. My whole body hurts. Mom, what was that? And I want a better answer than a ghost. You'll be alright. Let me get you some of that special tea. It's been working well, don't you think? I think ibuprofen would be better, but I gotta admit, the tea has been nice. I'll put the kettle on as soon as we get home. I guess it's just the two of us now. Do you have any idea who you were? I could roughly place most of the others. None whatsoever, but I remember everything I said, and I remember that cold feeling. A prisoner of the Scarlets. I wonder what your family was up to back then. I guess we can add it to the ever-growing pile of mysteries. Do you regret coming tonight? I can't believe you're the one being apologetic right now. These bruises are temporary, you know. Look, that was a horrible experience that will stick with me for the rest of my days, but it was also kind of amazing for that. I don't know if that makes sense, but how many other people can say they were possessed by a ghost? I guess you finally got some shared trauma with everyone now. Avery chuckles, then grabs at the ribs, wincing. Yeah, I guess I do too. Or I guess I do, huh? I know tonight was horrific, but it was also thrilling, and knowing we all went through it together, and it makes it easier. There are people to commiserate with tomorrow morning, when the soreness really does start to set in. Which reminds me, I'd better get back home. I'm supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. I might have to call in sick, but there's hoping a good night's sleep is enough to heal up. And, feel better soon. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Avery heads off, leaving the square in front of the library empty. Sybil returns not long after Avery leaves. It's time to head back to the estate. Your cousin was exactly thrilled to hear about what happened tonight, but I think I blunted her anger as much as I could. Shall we? Alrighty, guys. Well, I think that's an amazing place to leave this off. That was such an adventure, and I'm kind of curious to see what remains. So, alright guys, well, as always, take care and happy sipping.